Welcome to the channel of Accelerating Physics. In this video, we are going to learn Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Now let us see the difference between classical and quantum physics. In classical physics, it can explain motion of single particle like electron, whereas quantum physics can explain motion of single photon. The terms like mass, velocity, momentum and force can be determined by using classical physics, whereas the terms like wavelength, amplitude, frequency can be determined by using quantum physics. In classical physics, the energy can be given as E is equal to mc square, which is Einstein's mass energy relation, whereas quantum physics gives energy as E is equal to h into nu, where h is the Planck's constant. Now we will see what is de Broglie's theory. Now de Broglie's ideas were basis for the developing of wave mechanics theory. His theory helped explain how atoms, molecules and protons behave. He inspired Schrödinger in the formulation of wave mechanics. Now matter waves. What are matter waves that we see? According to de Broglie's, matter has a dual nature, particle as well as wave. So sometimes particle can behave as a particle or other times it will behave as a wave. Therefore, the de Broglie's equation is lambda equal to h upon mv, or it is h upon p, where p is the momentum which is given as m into v. Now, what is Heisenberg's uncertainty principle? Actually, for this principle, Heisenberg was awarded with the Nobel Prize. Now, according to this principle, it is impossible to specify precisely and simultaneously the values of both members of particular pairs of physical variables that describe the behavior of an atomic system, or the order of magnitude of the product of uncertainties in the knowledge of two variables must be greater than or equal to h upon 2 pi. Now this is the diagrammatic representation of uncertainty principle. If the position is known, then momentum is not known, or if the momentum is known, position is not known. So we can know position or momentum accurately, but not both simultaneously. This is all about Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. So if we determine the position accurately, there is certain error in the measurement of momentum, or if we measure the momentum accurately, then there is certain error in the measurement of the position. So if delta p is the uncertainty in momentum and delta x is the uncertainty in position, then delta p into delta x is greater than or equal to h upon 2 pi, where h is Planck's constant. Its value is 6.624 into 10 raised to minus 34 joules second. If delta E is the uncertainty in energy and delta T is the uncertainty in time, then delta E into delta T gives the same result as it is greater than or equal to h upon 2 pi. And one more pair of physical quantities are available which gives the same result, as if delta J is the uncertainty in angular momentum and delta theta is the uncertainty in angle, then delta J into delta theta equal to or greater than or equal to h upon 2 pi. Now, what are the applications of Heisenberg's uncertainty principle? First application is non-existence of electron in nucleus and ground state energy of harmonic oscillator. Now we will see why electron cannot reside inside the nucleus. We know that electron revolves around nucleus in the fixed orbit. But we don't know why the electron cannot reside inside the nucleus. So here is the reason. Let us assume that electrons exist in the nucleus as the radius of the nucleus is approximately 10 raised to minus 14 meter If electron is to exist inside the nucleus, then uncertainty in the position of the electron is given by its radius, that is delta x equal to 10 raised to minus 14 meter. According to uncertainty principle, delta x into delta px will be equal to h upon 2 pi. So by substituting the values, delta p, that is the uncertainty in momentum, comes out to be 1.05 into 10 raised to minus 20 kilogram meter per second. Now if this is the p, uncertainty in the momentum of electron, then the momentum of electron should be at least of this order, that is 1.05 into 10 raised to minus 20 kilogram meter per second. Whereas an electron having this much high momentum must have a velocity comparable to the velocity of light. Thus, its energy should be calculated by the following relativistic formula. E is equal to square root of m0 square c raised to power 4 plus p square c square. By substituting the values of different parameters, the value of energy comes out to be 3.15 into 10 raised to minus 12 joule, or in terms of electron volt, it comes out to be 19.6 into 10 raised to 6 electron volt, or it is 19.6 mega electron volt. Therefore, if the electron exists in the nucleus, it should have an energy of the order of 19.6 mega electron volt. However, it is observed that beta particles or electrons ejected from the nucleus during beta decay have energies of approximately 3 mega electron volt, which is quite different from the calculated value of 19.6 mega electron volt. It clearly indicates that if electron has to reside inside the nucleus, it should have the minimum energy of 19.6 mega electron volt, which is not at all possible. Hence, electron cannot reside inside the nucleus. Now, these are some of the implications of Heisenberg's uncertainty principles. It is impossible to know both the position and momentum exactly, that is delta x equal to 0 and delta p equal to 0. These uncertainties are inherent in the physical world and have nothing to do with the skill of the observer. Because h is so small, these uncertainties are not observable in normal everyday situations. Thank you. Thanks for watching the video. Please like, subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you.